Let me explain to you something about time. Because all you have in life is time. Time is your life's inventory, and no one in this room knows how full their warehouse may be. My father taught me that. Everything I know in life worth knowing, my father either taught me or showed me how to get there. My father is a World War II veteran, Tinian, Guam, and Saipan. People think World War II ended in 1945 on the deck of the USS Battleship Missouri in Tokyo Bay when the Japanese surrendered to American generals MacArthur and Wainwright. It's not exactly true. World War II ended in 1996 when my father bought a Toyota. All right. And my time with you folks is just about come to an end. I was just checking. I love jokes, old-fashioned jokes, setups, punchlines. I collect jokes. I have favorite jokes. And tonight we're going to share some of my all-time favorite jokes. You've heard some of these before, some you haven't. You heard them before, enjoy them again. You haven't heard them, enjoy them for the first time. Here we go. Older couple, doctor's office. The old man's 85 years old, very hard of hearing. He's in for a complete physical exam. Cannot Mr. Tailspin said, wipe back in the office too. The doc said, Mr. Smith, 35, need a sample shear of your blood, your urine, and your stool. Says his wife, what'd he say? She said, give me your underwear. Couple driving down the highway. Husband's driving, wife's hard of hearing. She's kind of deaf, he's behind the wheel. He checks his mirror, flashing blue police light, pulls his car to the side of the road. Cop walks up. Let me see your license. She goes, what did he say? He wants to see my license, honey, and he hands it up. Cop goes, says he live in Louisville, Kentucky. She said, what did he say? Sees we're from Louisville, dear. Cop laughs, going to tell you a funny story. The worst sex I ever had in my life was with a woman from Louisville, Kentucky. She said, what did he say? He said he thinks he knows you. Anyone here married more than 25 years? Anybody got 25 in the book? Really? Wow. Anybody got 30 in the book? Anybody got 30 done? How many years? How many? 44. 44. How many? 44. Anybody got 44 beat? 47. You're going to love this joke. Couple's 48th anniversary. What a coincidence. Another day at work for the old man. He's 40 minutes of horrible traffic going in. He's 10 hours busting his ass at work, 40 minutes going home. All he wants, like any night, is what? Take off his clothes, put on a bathrobe, pop a cold beer, sit down, and chill out. He opens the door to the bedroom. The lights have been lowered. Candlelight flickers seductively against the wall. Incense wafts romantically through the air. What was a humble bedroom has been transformed on this special evening into a virtual repository of marital seduction, suggestivity, and romance. He looks on the bed, his bride of 48 years. To him, lovely as the day they met, she reclines against satin pillows and freshly starched 325 thread count cotton sheets. She wears nothing but a transparent negligee and crotchless pantyhose. She says to him, honey, do you want some of this tonight? He said, hell no, look what it did to your drawers. Drawers being the idiosyncratic term for underwear in that case. We got time for one more. I can tell you something about my dad. My dad's here tonight, by the way. My father is in the audience tonight, 83 years old, and he's in the audience tonight. He's back there, not seeing anybody currently, so if you have a grandmother that's around, go ahead and doing fine. He's very, very hot for an old guy, I got to tell you. He goes... Could be your night pop. Who the hell knows? This could be. Just have him home by Passover. That's all we ask. Anyway. Which is in April. Anyway. My dad plays poker every week with other 80 and 90-year-old men. And these are old men who can't see, can't hear, using cards that big, poker chips that big, and what they really do is tell each other jokes. There are jokes so old, no one's ever heard them. Because jokes have a natural life, and they go through that natural life, and they die off. But you can tell some of these jokes are old because of how they're built. Every couple months, Pop brings home a joke I haven't heard before. All right. About 6 weeks ago, Dad brings home a joke that is just superb. I'd never heard it before, and I've heard every joke in the world. I'd never heard this joke before. It's a great joke. He tells it great. I'm going to try to do it justice. I hope you enjoy it. My dad's newest favorite joke. There it is. Hotel bar, Las Vegas, Nevada. 90-year-old man at one end, beautiful young woman at the other. He approaches her. What does he have to lose? He says, young lady, clearly I'm at the end of my life's journey, but you are at the beginning of yours, and I'll tell you something. I would give all that I have remaining to me to spend just one night again with a woman like you. She says to him, well, pal, what I do for a living is make men happy in the bedroom. And for $1,000, you can spend a night with me. What's there to talk about? They go up to his hotel room, take off their clothes. He gets on top of her. They do 25 minutes of who laid the rail. He blows off. She pops off. They get all cleaned up. And she goes, well, he goes, I don't know. She goes, you don't know. Mister, look what I look like. Look what I've just done. Get back in there. Round two, 45 minutes. 45 minutes. And this time, there's thrashing and grinding and moaning and groaning. This time, there's clawing and raking and screaming. This time, names are called out. There's ripped sheets are torn. The lamps are destroyed. The pillows are shredded. This time, there's an incredible sexual explosion of frenzy, a tectonic experience for them both. The earth moves. The skies open up. And she erupts this incredible fountain of human joy. He explodes an amazing moment of his own. They get all cleaned up. And she goes, well, he goes, I don't know. She goes, you don't know. Mister, I'm the best looking working girl in Las Vegas. I do things to you no one even knows how to do half the stuff I know. Get back in there. Round three is an hour. He's at 90. He's good for an hour. And this time, there's human connection. This time, there's human passion. This time, there's human affection. This time, names are called out. Animal noises, hair on the ceiling, blood on the walls. An hour of this goes by. Incredible sexual human frenzy experience. He erupts and she explodes. They get all cleaned up and she goes, well, he goes, I don't know. She goes, what don't you know? He goes, I don't know where I'm going to get $1,000. We're going to broaden our vision now a little bit. We're going to kind of change our perspective here for a second. What are you enjoying now in a very abstract sense? What are you actually enjoying now? Besides the drinks and the jokes, what are you enjoying now? Enjoying your freedom. A unique American freedom of speech, to be heard, to listen if you wish or not. Nobody puts a gun to your head, says go to the comedy club tonight. No one holds you here against your will. More importantly, no one will follow you home. The Cuban secret police pounding on your door at 4 a.m. What were you doing there listening to that? They have no comedy clubs in Mali, in Chad, in Madagascar, in Malaysia, in Argentina. No comedy clubs in Syria or Lebanon or Yemen or Somalia. Only in America do you have this extraordinary. I don't like this job. I love this job. Do this job for nothing if I had to. In fact, tonight I probably am. That's not the point, really. Well, folks, that is my time. My name is Mark Klein. Use your freedom wisely and well. Please come back and see me again sometime.
Mark Klein, everybody.
Give a warm welcome for Mr. Mark Klein.
Well, happy Thanksgiving and welcome aboard, and great to be here with you folks. Thank you for joining us on your holiday weekend. Who is here tonight? Let's find out. If you are 50 and over, by applause. 50 and over, clap for me now, please. 50 and up. 50 and over. If you're under 50, you now, please. Under 50, let me hear from you now, please. Under 50. You will be known hereafter as the enemy. I am 53 years old. I'm supposed to be 54. I was held back a year. You under 50, pal? You under 50? You're going to get old one day. You're going to get old and you're going to die. And that's if everything goes well. What do we do about that? How do we adapt that reality and not embrace the attending morbidity? There are things you can do. Here's one of them. Write your own obituary. Why would you trust the Courier Journal to get something that important right? When you write your own obituary, put in things you want your friends to read the next day that will make them absolutely crazy when they read about you, okay? I wrote mine last night. Here's how it goes. Comedian Mark Klein died last night at age 93. He passed away quietly at home, surrounded by family and friends. A recovering drug addict and alcoholic. He'd been clean and sober for 6 hours. Yeah. I'm a middle-aged man. I'm okay with that. I have all the signs of male middle age. I have gray hair, not just on my head either. The shutters match the shingles. You know what I'm talking about here. That's right, ma'am. Snow on the roof, ash in the furnace. You know what I'm saying here. Middle-aged men, it is so bizarre. You get older, life changes. Things change. I work on cruise ships now. On a cruise ship, people call me Sonny. All right? And I love working on ships. I was on one. I don't care how often you're at sea. Some people get seasick no matter what. And I'm on a Holland America ship, the Nordam. We're going from Aruba to New York. I go out on the promenade deck. There's a guy about my age leaning over the rail. This guy is sick as a dog. He is green around the gills. He is heaving. He's bringing up hors d'oeuvres from 1961. He is sick. And I felt bad. I went up, I said, Captain, straighten up. You got to drive this ship. Come on, son. I like being on cruises. They're a lot of fun. You know, people ask me, what's the most dangerous place on a ship? It is not the engine room. It's not the anchor room. The most dangerous place on a cruise ship is halfway between an 85-year-old woman and the last piece of carrot cake on a dessert bar, all right? That's the most dangerous place. When you're on a cruise ship, you're out of communication. You don't get phone calls. Your cell phone doesn't work, of course. Landlines are $10 a minute. All you get is email from home. I'm on the Tahitian Princess, sailing the Marquesas Islands. I get an email from my wife at home, Mrs. Klein, that something I have said or done has made her unhappy. Now, some question. Are you with your wife or your girlfriend tonight, sir? This young lady and you? Your wife, I can tell because you're not touching. God bless you. So good to have you here. Beautiful. Married for how long, ma'am? 15 years. Wow, that is so great. Well, I'm going to ask you a question, sir. There is no wrong answer during my show, all right? What is your name, dear? Sarah. Sarah and Jay and Sarah. Jay, is Sarah, does she have the place of a deity in your home? Is she worshipped is she a god in your home? Of course she is. My wife is a god in my home. She is an Old Testament god. She is a wrathful god. And she is a vengeful god. And when she is not happy, what do you suppose she requires, Jay? Sacrifice. Often that would be human sacrifice. So to forestall this eventuality, what do? I go to the gift shop on the cruise ship. Now, these ships have beautiful gift shops. They're incredible. They're having a 20% off fine jewelry sale. Great. I'm going to save 20%, buy her something nice. She'll be happy. I pick out a $1,000 diamond and platinum pendant. It looks gorgeous, going to look great on her. Going to save 20%, no problem. I go to the counter. Lady behind the counter speaks Croatian and English. I speak Kentuckian English. We do not speak the same language, obviously. And she could not figure out the discount. And I said, ma'am, this is so simple. If I give you $1,000 minus 20%, how much would you take off? She said, everything but my earrings. Oh, golly, I am a middle-aged man. And one thing about being middle-aged is you can pull me a lot further than you can push me. What does that mean? That means you ask me to do something, I'll do it for you. You ask me nice, it's yours, I'll do it if I can, I'll do it. You tell me what to do, I dig in my heels, you get nowhere with me. I did a program one time for the California Health and Safety Commission, a government-run health and safety commission out of Sacramento, California. You never met more weirdo, wacko, nutcake, fruitball people in one place in your life. I mean, just one flake ball after the other. And before I went on stage, a lady said, now, Mr. Klein, this is the California Health and Safety Commission. Don't talk about anything that's bad for you. And I said, well, what do you mean? She said, well, you know, smoking, drinking, gambling. I said, well, ma'am, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. We grow the world's best tobacco, make the world's best whiskey, and my life dream hit the biggest pick six in Churchill Downs history, so exactly what am I supposed to talk about? She said, just make sure it's not something bad for you. You can pull me a lot further than you can push me. 9 o'clock in the morning, California Health and Safety Commission. I take on stage a shot glass full of Austin Nichols 101 proof Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. I said 3 words on drinking. I like it. I like to drink. I'm over 21. I live in a free country. This is not Saudi Arabia or Yemen or Qatar or Dubai or Bahrain. I don't need to hear it. How much to drink, when to smoke, what to eat, who to like, how to behave. I'm all grown up and I don't want to hear it. I'm in a bar one night. This guy said to me, the answer to your problems is not in the bottom of that bottle. I said, you're right. And I bought me another one. I did, because you don't know which one they're going to put it in. I'm an adult. I know when I've had enough to drink. I throw up in a police car. That's when I've had enough to drink. The signs are unmistakable. I live in Kentucky. What do we make here? We make bourbon. We make baseball bats. We make tobacco. Our state motto, if it kills you, we make it. That's what we do here, all right? It should be on the flag. If it kills you, that's what we do. That's the deal.